This is not just a new era for AMG. This is a declaration of war. Mercedes-AMG isn't trying to be the fastest version of a luxury car anymore. They want to be Batman. Dangerous, edgy, unpredictable, and not the guy your parents approve of. In a bold strategy shift, AMG's leadership is now using the Batman test in every product meeting. Is this car Batman enough? According to Michael Sheeby, board member for Mercedes-AMG, Superman is the nice son-in-law. Batman? He's the one who's too dangerous for your daughter. And that's exactly who they want to be. No more playing it safe. No more subtle badges on sporty sedans. The future of AMG is kick-ass, aggressive, and segment-leading in design, performance, and attitude. Over the next 3 years, AMG will launch more models than ever before, including a 1,340 horsepower electric super sedan, a high-performance EV SUV, and a new family of next-gen V8 engines. They're targeting 200,000 annual sales, double their current volume, by being bolder, faster, and more extreme than rivals like BMW M and Audi RS. But here's the twist. While AMG wants to go full Gotham City, Mercedes-Benz design chief Gordon Wagoner says, "I don't think we should go too Batman." So which vision wins? Can a brand be both luxurious and dangerous? And can an electric AMG still feel like AMG? After analyzing their latest concept, tech, and executive statements, I can tell you this: Mercedes-AMG is betting everything on becoming the most exciting performance brand in the world, even if it scares off a few daughters. Let's break it down, because the future of AMG might be darker and more thrilling than you ever imagined. Let's talk about what being Batman really means for AMG. It's not just about black paint or bat signal lighting. It's about attitude. It's about making cars that unsettle people, that look like they could jump out at you from a dark alley. Sheeby says AMG customers don't buy these cars because they want a nicer Mercedes. They buy them because they want something faster, louder, more aggressive. Something that makes other drivers move over. The old AMG formula, take a Benz, add power, tweak the suspension, is dead. Now, every AMG must stand on its own as a true performance machine, not a trim level. That means wider bodies, bigger wheels, sharper lines, and wilder aerodynamics, even if it turns off some buyers. The Mercedes-AMG GT XX Concept, with its 1,340 horsepower, tri-motor setup, and jet fighter cockpit, is the purest expression of this philosophy. It's not just fast, it's intimidating. And that's the point. When executives ask, "Is this Batman enough?" they're not looking for balance. They're asking, "Does this make us look weak?" This isn't marketing speak. It's a cultural reset, one that brings back the raw, unfiltered spirit of early AMG, when two engineers modified 300 SELs in a garage and called it the Red Pig. Today's AMG has been polished, refined, and globalized. The Batman strategy is about reclaiming that edge, turning AMG from a premium performance sub-brand into a standalone powerhouse that doesn't need the Mercedes shield for credibility. The proof of the Batman philosophy isn't in words, it's in lap times and records. The AMG GT XX Concept recently spent 8 days at Italy's Nardo Ring, driving non-stop, the equivalent of circling the Earth at the equator, and smashing 25 EV records in the process. Not a stunt, a statement. This wasn't just endurance testing. It was a live demonstration of AMG's new AMG.EA electric platform, which will underpin all future high-performance EVs. The GTXX uses a triple axial-flux motor setup, delivering 1,340 horsepower and brutal torque, but also incredible efficiency and thermal management, allowing sustained high-speed runs without degradation. The production version, coming in 2026, won't have quite that much power, but it will still be segment-leading in acceleration, top speed, and track capability. CEO Ola Kalenius promised it will have the heart of an AMG, meaning instant throttle response, emotional sound, simulated or real, and driver engagement that pure EVs often lack. They know combustion isn't dead, especially in markets like the US, China, and the Middle East, where regulations are slower and customers love V8s. So AMG is launching a new family of V8 engines in 2026. More powerful, more efficient, and designed to meet global emission standards. These aren't holdovers. They're final evolution V8s, built to last another decade while AMG transitions. For now, the future is dual track. Electric for innovation, combustion for emotion. And both will be faster than anything BMW M or Audi RS can offer. Here's the surprise. AMG's next big launch after the GT sedan won't be a coupe. It'll be a high-performance electric SUV. Yes, even Batman needs a utility vehicle. Built on the same AMG.EA platform as the GT, this SUV will share the triple axial-flux motor system, giving it similar levels of power, torque vectoring, and handling precision. Testing is already underway, and Shibi says it will launch less than a year after the GT, thanks to shared architecture and software. This isn't a soft rotor with extra power. It's a track-capable, low center-of-gravity beast with air suspension, adaptive dampers, rear-wheel steering, and massive carbon ceramic brakes. Think Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, but with more aggression, more tech, and more AMG soul. The axial-flux motors, developed by Yasa Ltd, Mercedes' British subsidiary, are lighter, more compact, and more efficient than traditional radial flux units, allowing better packaging and weight distribution. And because they're scalable, Mercedes plans to use them across the brand, meaning future EQ models could get AMG-level performance without redesigning the entire powertrain. This SUV won't just compete with the Tesla Model X Plaid or Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. It'll aim to destroy them on track, range, and driver engagement. And yes, it will pass the Batman test. Expect sharp creases, aggressive intakes, and a stance so wide it barely fits in a standard garage. AMG's growth plan isn't just about new cars. It's about new markets. And none is bigger than China. Historically, China hasn't been a natural fit for AMG. Affluent buyers there prefer sedans with chauffeurs, not two-door coupes for weekend canyon runs. Racing culture is minimal, and the premium EV market is dominated by affordable brands like BYD and NIO, not German performance machines. But Shibi sees change. Over the past few years, a niche performance scene has emerged. Young entrepreneurs, tech founders, and enthusiasts who crave driving excitement, not just status. And since China is the largest auto market in the world, even a small percentage translates to massive sales potential. So AMG is adapting. They're designing infotainment systems with Chinese UX expectations. Bigger screens, faster apps, gaming integration, and local software development. They know Chinese buyers expect cutting-edge digital experiences, not just analog performance. And they're betting that once these buyers experience true AMG power, the roar of a V8, the thrust of a tri-motor EV, they'll convert. This isn't about selling cars. It's about building a performance culture. One that sees AMG not as a foreign luxury badge, but as a symbol of rebellion, speed, and individuality. If AMG can win in China, they can dominate globally. But not everyone in Stuttgart agrees with the Batman vision. Gordon Wagner, head of Mercedes-Benz Design, thinks AMG is already too Batman, especially for female buyers and those who want luxury without menace. He believes the lineup should allow for multiple personalities. Not every AMG needs to be a muscle-bound vigilante. Some can be sleek, elegant, powerful, more like Superman. This isn't just aesthetic disagreement. It's a strategic split between performance extremism and brand accessibility. Too much Batman, and AMG risks alienating mainstream luxury buyers who want a fast E-Class, but not a street racing monster. Too little, and they lose their edge to rivals like Alfa Romeo, Quadrifoglio, or Lexus F. The truth? Both sides are right. The future of AMG shouldn't be monolithic. It should be layered, with GT and Black Series models going full Batman, while sedans and SUVs keep a more refined, sophisticated edge. Think of it like DC Comics. Batman handles the dark alleys. Superman protects the city. Both are heroes. Both are needed. And in the end, AMG can afford to be both, as long as the core identity stays dangerous. So, will AMG become Batman? Yes, but selectively. The brand is clearly pushing toward extreme performance, bold design, and uncompromising engineering, especially in its halo models. The GT XX sedan and electric SUV will be the first true test of the AMG.EA platform. And if they deliver on the promise, AMG could leapfrog competitors in the EV performance race. The new V8s ensure combustion lovers aren't left behind, and the push into China opens a massive new frontier. But the danger isn't in going too far. It's in losing balance. AMG can't forget that many buyers still want luxury, comfort, and daily usability, not just track dominance. The solution? Differentiate. Let the GT and Black Series be Batman. Let the CLE and E-Class AMG be the cool older brother. That way, everyone gets a piece of the action, and no daughter has to explain why her boyfriend drives a car that looks like it eats other cars for breakfast. Would I want a full Batman AMG GT sedan or a slightly tamer AMG SUV? If I wanted pure thrill, the GT. If I wanted power with practicality, the SUV. But I'd want both in my garage. What do you think? Should AMG go full Batman or keep some Superman in the mix? Could you see yourself in a 1,340 HP electric AMG that passes the Batman test? Drop a comment below. Smash that like button if you want more honest performance brand breakdowns and real-world insights. And subscribe, because we're not just covering cars. We're tracking the ones that define the future of driving. Until next time, stay dangerous, stay fast.